Chapter 7, Characteristics of Sound. Let's review what you have learned so far about sound by comparing it to light. How is sound different from light? Sound must have a medium to travel through, a solid, liquid, or gas. Light does not need a medium. Remember, light can travel through the emptiness or vacuum of outer space. Sound cannot. The speed at which light and sound travel is also different. Light travels much faster than sound. There are important ways that light and sound are similar. They are both forms of energy that travel in waves. There are also other similarities. Both light and sound are forms of energy that travel in waves. When you learned about light, you learned that light waves can be different lengths. Some are long and some are short. It is the length of a light wave that makes it appear to be a particular color. Perhaps you are wondering whether sound waves differ from one another. Imagine these two sounds, a baby crying for its mother and an adult yelling. Both of these are sounds. The sound waves of each travel through the same medium, air, so they are alike in that way. But a baby crying surely sounds different than an adult yelling. The baby makes a high-pitched screeching sound. When an adult yells, it is a low-pitched, deep tone. Could this difference in pitch, or how high or how low a sound is, come from different kinds of sound waves? Both of these sounds travel through air. How are they different? The answer is yes, and it has to do with the length of the sound waves. It helps if we first understand how vibrations affect sound waves. Faster vibrations produce shorter sound waves, which makes sounds with a higher pitch. The baby's screeching sound vibrates very rapidly, making shorter but more sound waves. Can you think of some other sounds that have a high pitch? Slower vibrations produce longer waves, which makes sounds with a lower pitch. A yelling voice makes longer, fewer waves, so you hear a lower pitch. Pitch describes the highness or lowness of a sound. Can you think of some sounds that have a low pitch? Try changing your voice pitch. Can you speak in a high, squeaky voice?
Can you speak in a low, rumbling voice?
Which sounds are high-pitched? Which are low-pitched? Sound also varies in loudness. If you're listening to the radio and a favorite song comes on, you might say, "Turn it up," and reach for the knob marked volume. When you turn up the volume, you are making the sound louder. A scientist might say that you are increasing the sound's intensity. More intense sound waves carry more energy and make louder sounds. How far away you can hear a sound depends on its intensity. A quiet sound, like a whisper, doesn't travel very far. A really loud sound can travel for hundreds of miles. When fireworks are set off, the sound can be heard miles away. Sounds with greater intensity are louder and travel greater distances. Very loud sounds can damage your hearing. People who work around loud sounds all day long often wear ear coverings or plugs to protect their hearing. You should be careful, too, not to turn the volume too loud if you like to listen to music. Listening to loud sounds repeatedly can damage your hearing.